Hi guys, it's me, UBprogrammer, and today we're gonna talk about why we use hooks in React and how we can use variables in JSX or React. We will see how we can create them and change their value without even reloading the web page. Okay, so I want you to know if you're working on any custom project, you can let me know through this form, or you can text me on the WhatsApp or mail. Okay, let's get started with today's video. Here we have our project running. This is the output of the previous video. I hope you are seeing it in the series. Uh, okay. Uh, and this output, I told you, this is coming from this app.js, which is a component, a really simple component of React, which is returning only one HTML element, which is h1, right? Now what if I want to uh, return one or more than one element, let's say 3 4, right? Let's copy this and paste it. Okay, so you are seeing some red lines. It is saying you have to enclose all the elements in one div or one fragment, right? So you can do it like this, otherwise it will give you errors. Now let's say I want to see 4 hello world on my web page. What I can do is enclose them in a fragment so that only one div is the output of one component of React. Now it is successfully compiled and we can see the output. Okay, so we can now use many elements in our React. Now what I want to do is create a variable and show its value on the web page. Let's create one first. So here we have, I will use simple let uh, notation, and I will say my variable is equal to 5, right? Now I will use this variable in the HTML using these curly braces to denote that I am uh, writing a variable. Okay, so we should see 5 on our web page, and it is 5, so we are getting. Now what I want to do is change its value when I click a button. So let's create a button first. I will say I am clicking a button and the text will be change value, and obviously I will give a on click function, and on click will accept a function, and but I haven't defined one, so let's first define the function. I'll say let change value is a function change value, and it will change the value of this variable. So I will update this as my var is equal, let's say my var plus 5. That means whenever I click button, this variable should increase by 5, right? Okay, and okay, so we are getting error because we haven't passed it to on click. Let's pass it. Okay, compiled successfully, and we can see output here, but it will not change the value, and I'll explain why. So if I click here, I am clicking it, but nothing is changing in terms of its value. the variable value. Let's see and debug why it is happening. So I will say console.log and I will print the value of this variable. And if I say inspect, reload, and in the console, now I will see the value. Should do some, okay, cool. Here we will see the output. Change value 10, 15, 20. That means the variable is changing, but nothing happening in the UI or user interface. And that's why it's called React, because React is not reacting towards UI. Whatever you are changing it in your normal JavaScript, but your UI is not being changed by your direct commands, right? So this is something core with React. You are not doing anything wrong here, because we are updating value, right? And we should see the change. But React comes with this hook uh, term and a functionality which allows you to create variables and then change them whenever you want to change, right? So this is the core need or core functionality of React. They introduce you to new method to change values or change state. uh, like every value or variable will be in a state, and you can change the state with hook functionality. Now let's see, I want to create a hook. Let remove this. Creating a hook is really simple. You will just say my var and equal. Now you will use hook. Use state. Use state is to create variables. Now if I enter, you can see it is automatically importing the use state hook from React. If you have this extension ES7 plus React, it will do that for you. Otherwise you can do import it manually, right? Okay, so I want to use the default value as 5, and now this hook comes with an other function. So this use state is a function which returns you two things. One is the value, your variable. The other is a method to change the value, right? To update the value. So I will say set. You can name it anything you want, but set is always good. So set my value, and this should be an array. This is the syntax, you don't have to worry about. Just Google it, you will get it uh, a lot of website. Okay, so set my value here, and in the change value, now I will not use this logic. Rather I will do set my value, and in the parentheses I will use my var plus 5. Now it's updating the value according to React. So that means we can see the change in the UI, right? So let's see if we are getting it right or no. 5 is here. That means variable is created using that hooks use state. So change value, you can see it is now 10 without reloading. Change, and you can see here also why it's 25. I think it's behind one step, so that's why it's the console log is behind one step. Okay, so now you can change the create and change the variable value using hooks in React, and that's the need of hooks here, right? Because it's a new method to change the value. Otherwise, in plain JavaScript, if you have a variable and you are uh, using it in many places. So to update the value, you have to document dot get element by id and again update the value, right? But in React, if if you use this function, set my value, and you update a value of a variable, it will propagate this change to your whole website. Wherever this is being used, it will get updated in one click. That's the power of React, right? Okay, so I hope you like the video. In the next one, we will see what are components, how we can create and import it. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll meet you in the next video.